Okay, so you're an entrepreneur, you got a great idea, maybe a little prototype invention, or it could be just a service idea, or even the next great phone app, something like that. But one of the most important things when you're creating any kind of product is you've got to be able to come up with a brand, a product name, and that means getting a trademark, which is very important so you can protect your intellectual property. The problem is when you're, a small entrepreneur, you've got no money, it's pretty hard to go out and hire, an attorney to, help you get a trademark. And in most cases, you really don't have to do that. One of the most helpful places to go is, believe it or not, even though they're the government, is right on the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office website, USPTO.gov. When it comes to trademarks, it's so easy to go on there and search. You can search specific words and terms, and they'll show you different trademarks that are out there, and things that are similar to yours, etc. You can even trademark, aside from just basic words like, my widget, trademark, you can actually create artwork that has, my widget in there. So you have your own special trademark using artwork. Basically, a trademark's going to cost you about $325. There may be some other fees if you're going to register that trademark in different classes. For instance, we make a lot of nasal sprays, but maybe we have a product that's going to also be in a supplements category. If we're going to have it in both, we're going to have to pay more than the $325 because we're in two different categories. But anyway, when it comes to trademarks, you still have to be very careful. You can use their online tools at the website, like I said, to search up, all kinds of trademarks that are out there. Very simple to do. And then you can't always count on that, although you pretty much know, especially if you're trademarking a word, a term. They will, once you pay your fee, they'll actually search it themselves, and they will publish that trademark to see if anybody is against it. Basically they call it publishing it for opposition. So if somebody else could say, well, we're already using that trademark, etc. Very important, a lot of people start selling a product before they trademark it, and that's cool, but make sure you go on and search and make sure nobody else has that name that you want. Then the key is, say you can't afford the $325 right now, but you want to get your product going, you can basically print the name of your product with a little TM after it, means trademark. This shows that you're using it in commerce, so it kind of buys you time. Now you've already established, your own property out there. But it's important to move on and get the official trademark, which again is $325. There are maintenance fees and things down the road that you have to do, and that can get a little cumbersome if you have a lot of different trademarks. So sometimes it does help to get, an attorney or somebody who can oversee those marks for you because, off the top of my head, I can't tell you the exact dates, but once you get your trademark and it's, officially registered, several years down the road, there's maintenance fees and things you'll have to do. And if you don't do these simple, easy things, you can lose your trademark, which almost happened to me a couple of times on certain marks. The other thing I'll warn you about when you apply for a trademark, I love the people at the USPTO, they are really good, but those fuckers put you on a mailing list. And what happens is, I guess because you're in like a database that other companies can search, so there's all these fly-by-night companies that are going to help you with your trademarks, etc. And a lot of them will send you, mail that looks like, official trademark mail. Unless you look real close and then it says, not official USPTO. But they make it look official and they try to scare you into thinking you need to do things you don't necessarily have to do right away. So they're trying to get you to pay them fees to save your trademark, etc. Don't fall for any of that crap. If you're going to get a trademark monitoring service, there are a couple that you can look into online, but it's better to really do it yourself or, get a local attorney who's willing for a good price to, be your contact on those. That being said, dealing with the USPTO is much easier than dealing with IRS, for instance. All the attorneys at the USPTO are very helpful, especially when it comes to trademarks. You can easily get them on the phone. They will call you, they will contact you, they will help you and give you advice on what your next steps are to do. They're very helpful. It's the one government entity that really has always been there to help us. They seem to really be into helping small companies secure their trademarks and keep their trademarks. So they're real good to deal with. Patents, which we won't talk about in this video, it's a little tougher, but they're still very helpful on that as well. But listen, the key is, if you really want to get your product off the ground, your service, your business, doesn't matter, even if you're opening a restaurant, trademark that name and make sure that you don't waste a bunch of money on attorney fees that you don't really need. If you take the time to do it yourself, you have common sense, and you're basically smart. Any basic person that can, post on Twitter or, Facebook and things like that can easily go on the USPTO.gov website and figure out their trademark situation. So good luck with your product, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me. This is the Entrepreneurial Guru, Wayne Perry. See you later.